What if I told you that long before a woman cheats, well before the actual betrayal, she starts leaving behind subtle hints, like breadcrumbs scattered through a forest? The issue is most men are either too blind, too emotionally invested, or too hopeful to recognize them. But what if you could spot those signs before your heart gets broken? Welcome to a difficult truth, shaped by female psychology and rooted in Stoic wisdom. Stay focused, because what you're about to hear might protect you from serious emotional damage. And if you're sitting there thinking, "My woman would never do that," you may want to brace yourself. She could already be playing a role in this story without you even realizing it. The first and most common signal is emotional distance. In Stoicism, detachment is often seen as strength, but inside a relationship, sudden emotional withdrawal isn't strength. It's a warning sign. A woman who is starting to cheat doesn't just vanish emotionally overnight. It unfolds gradually, almost unnoticed. In the beginning, those warm, affectionate messages start to fade. Long, meaningful conversations turn into brief, mechanical replies. The little things, checking on you, complimenting you, laughing at your jokes, begin to disappear, one by one. All of a sudden, her eyes don't light up when you walk into the room anymore. Instead of holding eye contact, she avoids it. She's there physically, but emotionally she's absent, like a ghost lingering inside her own relationship. Women are naturally emotional, and if she's cheating, chances are her heart has already checked out before her body ever does. She creates this emotional distance to justify what she's doing, because facing that inner conflict would be too painful. It's not just that she's tired or that Mercury is in retrograde, it's real detachment mixed with guilt. From a psychological standpoint, when someone pulls away emotionally, it usually means they're already investing those emotions elsewhere. When another person starts meeting her emotional needs, the original partner begins to feel more like a burden than a connection. But emotional distance is just the first crack in the mask. The next sign appears when her time suddenly becomes unclear. Time has a way of revealing the truth people try to hide. Out of nowhere, her schedule fills up with excuses, late meetings, new girls' nights, and simple errands that somehow take much longer than they used to. When you ask about her day, her responses become vague. It was fine. Nothing interesting, or just busy. The routine shifts, but the story remains dull and unclear. Behavioral psychology suggests that people who cheat often avoid outright lies. Instead, they manipulate time and situations until you stop questioning things altogether. You'll start hearing phrases like, "I lost track of time," "My phone died," or "I just needed some space." A Stoic man observes without panic or accusations. As Epictetus once said, "Appearances are impressions, not facts," but they often point toward a deeper truth. If she says she spent 3 hours at Target and comes back without a single bag, it's something to take note of. Maybe she battled the entire Roman army while choosing shampoo. Cheaters tend to craft believable stories with just enough normal detail to avoid suspicion. Soon enough, her desire for privacy can turn into outright paranoia. There was a time when her phone was just a phone. Now it's locked, silenced, and always within reach. She used to leave it lying around. Now it's always in her hand, screen facing down. She becomes secretive, smiling at messages she won't show you. Try to touch her phone, and she reacts like you set off an alarm. In female psychology, secrecy often signals emotional displacement. Her attention and feelings are being directed somewhere else. She may not be physically cheating yet, but she's emotionally investing in a new connection. And emotional cheating is often the gateway to physical betrayal, because it builds deeper intimacy first. You ask to use her phone, and suddenly she becomes defensive. Not because you're wrong, but because she has something to lose. A Stoic man doesn't panic or chase what's hidden. Jealousy clouds judgment, but observation brings clarity. Eventually, when hiding everything becomes too heavy, she starts to reshape reality itself. That leads to the next sign: gaslighting and psychological reversal. Gaslighting is the tactic of making you question your own sense of truth. Suddenly, she starts picking unnecessary arguments. She calls you distant, insecure, or controlling, even though her behavior is what caused those feelings in the first place. It's projection. She places her guilt onto you so she doesn't have to confront it herself. Slowly, you begin doubting your own memory, your emotions, even your instincts. That's the real danger of gaslighting. You lose trust in yourself. And that's when betrayal hits twice. Once through her actions, and